Yo. All right. Hey, man.
Yep.
What's up?
Not much. Just got home probably about probably a little bit over an hour ago, just in time for Dynamite.
Yeah, I have it on. I was watching a little bit of it earlier. Saw the I think it was a tag match. It was Danielson and
the first match.
Yeah. And then Castagnoli made Jericho tap out, which was pretty random. Yeah. I mean, I have it on now. I mean, there's a 6-man. So
yeah, trios tag match for the title, actually.
Let me ask you something. Why hasn't Teddy Long been invited to AEW in some capacity?
I have no idea. That's a good question. I think Teddy's still an ambassador of WWE.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's within his contract to be prohibited from joining or from appearing at AEW. I don't know. But also as well, I know that Teddy's very loyal to WWE too, more than others. So,
that's good to hear. I love Teddy Long. I'm just saying it because of just the fact that he loves tag matches.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to see it because it's kind of like right. AEW doesn't, in some aspects when they bring in some of these former WWE guys or WWE legends, they bring their same identity from WWE. They don't create their own identity. So, kind of like Shawn Spears. Like Shawn Spears, he came in with this new identity, right, when he first came into AEW. But now he's back to the Perfect 10 gimmick, and he has a theme song sounds very reminiscent to his Ty Dillinger gimmick. William Regal, for the most part, has been way different from what he was in WWE because obviously he was the NXT general manager. Now he's like the I won't say the leader, but he's the manager pretty much of the Blackpool Comic Club. But when they had Blood and Guts, when they announced Blood and Guts, he said Blood and Guts like he did War Games. You know what I mean? So little things like that. I get why they do it, but to me, it's kind of like, oh, that was from WWE. Oh, and the fans just pop for it. So I mean, I think they could do. For me, they just need to create their own identity fully in AEW and not using their same identity from WWE and just going off that.
I'm just saying it would be funny. To me, it would be funny at least, just to, because the whole thing with AEW is just you turn it on, then there's always a tag match. You just have Teddy Long come out, not even as a general manager, but just have him come out. Yeah, the following will be right. A tag match, player.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I would not want to see that because it's okay, yeah, it'll be a lap on okay, that's a waste of money and TV time right there.
You know what I mean? The following is a tag match with The Undertaker. And it's just
with Mark Calloway.
It's Teddy, The Undertaker doesn't work for this company. So what you're saying is, player, there's no Undertaker, player?
I can't say Undertaker. You mean the dead? No, you gotta say the man that's dead. That's how you gotta say it.
You can say Mean Mark Callis or Texas Red, player. That's a reference for if anyone doesn't know. But welcome to the show, guys. The show's already started. It's 8:04 p.m. Central Time here in San Antonio. Nice and cool outside. It's this weekend. It's going to be really fucking cold. It's going to be in the 40s on Saturday, like all day, and it's going to rain too. So that's going to be fun. But I like the cold weather. I don't like when it's like 30 or below. I hate that shit. Like I prefer the coldest I'll take is like in 40 something. But that's really about it. But tonight should be. Tonight should be a simple show. There's as far as like news topics, there's really not too much to cover, other than Full Gear this weekend, and talk about Raw a little bit, and I don't know. I guess whatever comes up. I do have some news topics to discuss. Nothing that's like major, but more just like I guess things that people said or things that happened. But let's talk about Raw for a little bit. So Raw, of course, is always on Mondays. This past Monday, it was okay. I mean, I guess the real big storyline about it was, how Austin Theory was handled. And this is coming off from last week when he cashed in his Money in the Bank for the United States title against Seth, and then he failed, making him, I think, fifth or like one of the fifth or sixth person to fail to cash in his Money in the Bank. And he gave an interesting promo. Where, and I'll just pull up a transcript right here. What the fuck? I don't have a transcript. Okay, whatever. Where basically Austin Theory's pissed. He is pissed. He is tired of being called a kid. And then that's when Dolph Ziggler came in and I guess wanted to reignite that feud, saying, I tried to help you, I tried to teach you. And then they went on how to match. And I liked how the match went because, again, we're getting a new Austin Theory. He's no longer the social media, guy. I mean, that spot is reserved for, Logan Paul. Austin Theory kind of has a new gimmick where he's pissed off, and like he pulled it off because, for one thing, he has the facial hair, which I think works. I think it works for him, and he has good facials. So he's out there beating the shit out of Dolph. Like he doesn't even care about winning. He just wants to beat the shit out of somebody. And it works. It makes sense. Like he didn't come out to the ring with his phone or with his, taking selfies. He was like, you know what? I want to just beat the shit out of somebody. And it worked. And then, I guess we'll jump ahead, to the main event, which ended up being Seth versus Finn for the U.S. title. Austin came out and beat the shit out of Seth. And he was getting like legit heel heat from the crowd because, Austin is much better as a heel. He works as a heel because he has that face and he just has that kind of like jerk off personality. So I like this new Austin Theory. I like his new character. I'm not. What's your whole opinion about where Austin Theory's character is going?
I mean, we kind of talked about it last week. Kind of touched on it a little bit. Like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, he's buried," and well, look at him now. I mean, he's gonna project to be one of the top heels in the company over the next year if they do him right. You know what I mean? He's really somebody, again, who can put on damn good wrestling matches, as I mentioned again last week. I think that people are now going to start to respect Austin Theory even more now as a performer in the ring, just because of the fact that, he's not going to wrestle any different. You know what I mean? But, it's just this new character that people are going to end up gravitating towards. But, I mean, we got to see where this goes, right? So, they got rid of Money in the Bank because presumably, Money in the Bank may happen at WrestleMania. I don't see him going after that. But about his promo, him just explaining it. That was great effort on explaining it. Explaining on why he wanted to cash in, why he said, "Oh, I couldn't cash in against Roman because the bloodline's always there." You know what I mean? Like, that was a good explanation. Now, Still stupid booking. The booking was still stupid. They could have gone a better way about booking it, but I thought they recovered well. And to be honest, we're not going to remember what happened with the cash in, 4, 5, 6 months from now. You know what I mean? Right. It's not really going to affect him, in the long term. So Triple H, he kind of took the negativeness with this cash in, right? And he kind of knows that, okay, well, I can take this little negative with this cash in and have the long term effects with it. So of him, getting over as a heel. But my thing is that, okay, he's not going to go after Money in the Bank. I don't think he is. It'll be pointless if he goes after Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. So the next thing is that I can see him winning King of the Ring. I can see him winning King of the Ring. And him actually, challenging for the world title. Hopefully, it's split by then. At that time, and and making something out of him. I think King of the Ring is going to be a next step. King of the Ring is, if they have the pay-per-view or whatnot, that's what they're looking on doing. I really think that's going to be something that is kind of going to be reminiscent of Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, everybody who has won King of the Ring, Brock Lesnar, Edge. Guys like that who won King of the Ring at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, for the most part, at their career turn in a positive manner. I think that's the direction I want to see Austin going to. Keep his heel gimmick strong, have him win at WrestleMania in a meaningful match, right? And just continue his momentum. So, fair play on Triple H and company, and hopefully Austin Theory prevails from this.
It almost seems like this was kind of the plan. Like, the whole Money in the Bank thing, it seemed good on paper to give it to Austin because at the moment, at the time, he was a hot heel. Like, he was getting over as a hot heel. But then they kind of, shot themselves in the foot and they realized, okay, realistically, how is he going to cash in on Roman? That's going to look stupid, so we got to get this off of him somehow, but we're still going to try and push this kid. So I guess this kind of sounds weird to say, but do you think them burying him so much was kind of the plan going in, so that way they can build up his character, to what they're doing right now?
I mean, I wouldn't say he was getting buried per se. I mean, if you have the money to make you lose, but that's just the lay of the law. But I didn't think it was intentional. I just think that they were just really just trying to figure a way on how to get this briefcase off of him, and at the same time as well, have a direction with them. Because Triple H, he doesn't put if you notice, ever since Triple H, has taken over, right? He doesn't put anyone on TV. He doesn't put anyone in the storyline or anything like that unless he has a direction with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he was just really just trying to figure out what would be the best direction for him, and now he has a clear direction. So I expect Austin Theory to have, a good little rocket boost, going up his ass. And I'm not saying as far as him him being shoved down our throats, but a good little rocket boost as far as his character. And I don't know what he's gonna do at Survivor Series. I don't think that really matters right now because we're a little bit away. I expect him to be a favorite in the Royal Rumble. He's not gonna win the Royal Rumble, but a favorite, right? Somebody that's maybe Austin Theory can win, and I can see why, and this, that, and the other, right? I guess I can see him do very well there. Then maybe he'll be part of the Elimination Chamber, right? I can see him being in there, doing well in that. Maybe get an elimination or two, or be the last one getting eliminated, right? And I see him getting a high profile match at WrestleMania. Fine, high profile as a former champion, right? Maybe against Cena, right? Because that's still been rumored, right? So if he could get that match against Cena, and if he could defeat Cena, because or if Cena beats him, but Austin Theory looks very good in that match, then, he'll be in a good spot. He's, 24, 25 years old? He's not even in his prime yet. Prime. Even near his prime. He still got like 5 to 6 more years to get in his prime. So, the fact that Triple H killed the Vince McMahon version of Austin Theory, or Theory, let's just be honest, because if Vince was Theory, it'll still be called Theory. Mm-hmm. And now having the Triple H version of Theory is gonna be something. So,
it's funny you bring up the Cena thing, because I mean the idea for the longest has been planning the idea of, I want to face John Cena, and it's weird because Theory literally looks like John Cena. Like he, there was, when they were doing the John Cena appreciation thing, like he was wearing the Thugonomics gear, and it's like he kind of does look like Cena a little bit, back in the day. And I wouldn't mind the match because it kind of writes itself, because Cena is said to, come back at Mania for a big match. And, it's John Cena, so I can imagine they're going to let John Cena, like, pick his opponent. Kind of like what they did with Steve Austin, which Steve Austin is apparently open to coming back at Mania and doing another match. And one of those things of just, like, you can imagine they're going to let him, pick his opponent because he's fucking Steve Austin and, John Cena's fucking John Cena. So, Theory and Cena seems like, a good match. And since you're building up this brand new, like you said, Triple H version of Austin Theory, it makes sense because, there's no reason why John, or I don't want to call him John like I know him, but, there's no reason why Cena should win that match, because Cena at this point is just like, I'm coming back to help. He doesn't need to come back, but he comes back because he wants to, and he's here to put over talent. So, if he puts over Theory, I mean, imagine what that's going to do for that kid. Or, another news tidbit, Logan Paul had mentioned how he texted Triple H, saying that he wants to wrestle Cena at Mania, because Cena had posted a picture of Logan Paul from Crown Jewel. And if anyone follows John Cena on Instagram, he'll always post pictures, but he won't put a caption. And there's really no story behind it. It's just his thing, I guess, to kind of create buzz. I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think Logan's supposed to be back soon, which kind of
I'll be shocked if he'll be back prior to Mania.
Well, that segues into the... Good.
I was just gonna say that it'll be a great Mania match, and honestly, I will go with that match over the Theory one, because that's gonna draw a lot of mainstream buzz. Mm-hmm. God, it's gonna draw a ton of mainstream buzz. Now, it was like for Theory, but Triple H is smart enough to find him another spot to to get him in a high profile match. It doesn't have to be Cena.
Well, that segues into the next topic. So Logan Paul's injury status as of now is not as bad as people thought it'd be. Jake Paul revealed on an interview with DAZN Boxing that Logan's injury was initially believed to be worse than it actually was, as well as seeming the diagnosis of the injury. He's doing better than expected, Jake said. They thought it was supposed to be his ACL, but it just turned out to be MCL and meniscus, which is better. He's rehabbing it in LA and hoping for the best, man. So, I'm not sure what the medical diagnosis, hey Kyle, for, a injured meniscus and an MCL is, but, I mean, because, he was saying that, MCL, ACL, meniscus, so it looks like he's just, just the two. I mean, I'm hoping he's back sooner than later. I mean, again, I don't want him to get hurt again, but, it's one of those things where just I think he's really fucking good. And I mean, I don't know how you feel. I don't know how you'll feel about this statement, but next to Roman and fucking Brock, I think he's the biggest star in the company, or one of the biggest stars in the company.
Mainstream wise, yes. Wrestling wise, no. As somebody oh yeah, who are the big, like, okay, mainstream wise, Lesnar. If you want to count Cena in there still, he's not full time or whatever, he hasn't wrestled in a while. Okay, count Cena. Lesnar, Cena, Rousey, Logan Paul, Roman Reigns. Those are the people think of right on top of my head that's like, you know, they're there, right? To wrestling, he's up there, but I wouldn't say he's like top. Like, you know, you still got like people like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch and, you know, people who've been there. Charlotte, you know what I mean? Who's been there? Who's bigger to the wrestling fans?
I'm at this point, like, how many people have you seen be this good in their third match? Again, I don't want to sound like I'm drinking the Logan Paul Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, really well, I mean, yeah, I talked about it last week. I clearly made the statement last week saying that he's the best wrestler I've ever seen in his third match.
Like, he's really goddamn good. Like, WWE, is smart enough. Like, give this guy all the money he asked for, and if it pisses a lot of the boys off in the back, it's like, well, fucking get better. Again, I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say is he better than Seth? No. Is he better than Roman? I mean, as far as a star goes, I would say Roman is still the big star. Mainstream wise, like you said, Logan is a big star. He's a celebrity in the year 2022. I mean, but Anna's saying also depends who he works with. You're right. I think Anna might have asked the question from the previous Q&A, from one of the Q&As, like, after, Crown Jewel, like, who do you put Logan with when he comes back? And this could be a possibility, Logan versus John Cena at Mania. Like, that would be really fucking interesting. I wouldn't mind Logan versus Cena, or, like, fill in the blank. Like, who... Okay, besides a mainstream star like Cena, who would you put Logan in the ring with?
Again, as I mentioned, have him go, and I'm gonna die on this hill. Have him go after a mid-card title.
Okay.
Go after a mid-card title. Like, it depends who the champion is, obviously, right? But have him go after a mid-card title and have him win it. It doesn't have to be at WrestleMania, you know what I mean? But, like, have him win it. And have him have a good run with the title. You know what I mean? 2 months, 3 months, not asking for much. With the title. You know what I mean? Have him on, it doesn't have to be on Raw or SmackDown every week. He'll show up every other week, that's fine, right? Have him defend the pay-per-views, right? And just, and just promote it. And just promote it, like, he could just go on, like, obviously, he just make one YouTube video that will get, like, 5 million views, like, I won the WWE, or he could be like, I'm a WWE champion, and it's in the title one of his videos, and people are gonna think, oh, he's the WWE champion. There's a lot of people out there that don't watch wrestling who watches Logan Paul. All he has to put in his title, hey, I'm a WWE champion, holding up one of the belts, and just there's gonna be a lot of people out there who don't know anything about wrestling and thinking that the title that he is holding up is the WWE title when it's clearly just the Intercontinental title or whatever. But I think that will probably do wonders for him as well. You know what I mean? Probably not as much as Cena, obviously. That'll I'll create even more buzz for the company, right? But I just think, as he's signed for a few years, obviously, right? You know what I mean? Do we need to rush Cena immediately, right? Has Cena expressed that I'm going, this WrestleMania in Los Angeles is going to be my last match ever, right? I mean, not to say that, I wouldn't be shocked if he does say that, right? But, like, I see Cena, probably wrestling at least for 3 more years. 3 more WrestleMania matches, or 3 more years for him to have WrestleMania matches, right? So if he has a WrestleMania match next year, doesn't have one in 2024, then has a WrestleMania match in 2025, and that's his last match, okay, fine. But for Logan Paul, though, like, he has a lot of options. I think the mid-card title, I would probably want to see that first, before anything else, because, again, I mean, like, he clearly loves what he's doing, and, like, he's taking it seriously. I mean, not saying he should be awarded for it, but he should have some type of he should have some type. He should be in the history books for something. Yeah, I mean, and right now, yeah, he's had matches, but he's not in the history books for anything significant. Even winning mid card title will help for sure.
I mean, yeah, I mean that'd be a good idea. I mean, because I'm pretty sure eventually he's going to want gold, and they're going to want to put a title on him. What title that is, we're not sure. But as far as opponents go, going back to bigger name opponents, I mean, I had the idea of Edge, and you made a good point where you're a lot of these wrestlers do have egos, whether they want to admit it or not, and I get it. I mean, the storyline with Edge could be Edge thinks he's good, but he doesn't respect him because, A, B, C, and D. And then, the whole thing of the match is that Logan just wants his respect. And then, again, Logan is so damn good, actually, he earns Edge's respect. Even if Edge wins or loses, the whole point of the match is, Edge respects Logan. It's a traditional wrestling story. It's happened 8 million times, and when handled well, it could work out well. So I think him and Edge will be interesting, and John Cena will be interesting too. They can set it up at the Rumble. I mean, if Logan's able to make a recovery at the Rumble, you don't really have to do too much. You're not really having a match. You can just wait around and stand around, just throw people out, but you can set that match up. Cena can make an appearance in the Rumble. I mean, the rumor is that, the Rumble in San Antonio is going to be a 40-man Rumble, which I'm all for that. So there's that. Three news things I want to talk about. Speaking of injuries, Kevin Owens suffered an injury at a house show. He's sidelined due to a sprained MCL he suffered in a singles match against Austin Theory at Sunday's live event. Dave Meltzer reported that WWE had surprise plans for Owens as he has been off television for a while. Although not confirmed, his surprise return would likely have led to him being in the War Games match. I only heard he has a sprained MCL, but he was going to get examined. I believe he was going to be in the War Games match. That's not 100% confirmed, but it is certainly the talk. It's supposed to be something as a surprise. So all adds up to what would be the War Games match. If that was the case, this would cost him that. Which, it sucks. I mean, because I love Kevin Owens. The idea... Oh, and Kyle saying he was there. Kyle, did it look pretty bad? Because did he really have to get walked out of the ring? Was it really as bad as it sounds? Because I hope it's something that's minor. But I don't know. This sucks because, again, love Kevin Owens. The idea was that he was going to play a part in this, Bloodline storyline. And Kyle saying he needed help from a ref to get back from the ring. Oh, boy. Man, this sucks.
I mean, I get it. I hear the story and everything, but I think he's gonna be fine enough to at least do the War Games match. If he does the War Games match, and he doesn't have to wrestle he'd be on TV, do promos and whatnot, but he wouldn't have to wrestle. I think he's in a good place. If he's in a good enough place to come out last, right, and being there for 15 minutes. I mean, inside War Games, 15 to 20 minutes, right? And again, a lot of these War Games matches as well, it's just guys laying down and you see spots to spots to spots. He won't have to do a lot, you know what I mean? So right. I think he can still be in the War Games match. It's not now. This is a one-on-one match. Okay, crap, right? You know what I mean? I think he'll be good enough to go in a War Games match. You know what I mean? He'll just have to heavily have his leg taped up. You know what I mean? Have it looked at, examined, right, and all that. But I think he'll be fine enough for the War Games match. I'm not really too worried about, from these story reports. Now if we don't see something on Friday, or if they're going in with a mystery, if they're going with a mystery man at War Games, okay, he's definitely going to be there. I mean, he's definitely going to be there. But if they don't announce them between now and not this Friday, well, this Friday maybe, but even next Friday. And if they go in with a mystery man, I think it's still going to be Kevin Owens. But if they announce somebody else between now and next Friday, then that's definitely different. I mean, definitely he's hurt then. You know what I mean? He's not able to compete. So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I'm not really. I mean, a lot of people are kind of getting a little bent out of shape on this story, and I'm just kind of thinking like, it's a War Games match, yeah, but it's not a one-on-one match. You can,
Right.
A lot of these War Games matches, they don't. It's kind of like ladder matches. Like, it's a lot of rest spots and focus on 2, 3, 4 people. Then everyone gets up for a big spot, off the top of the cage, and things like that. Now, one thing I can see though is if Kevin Owens in this match, Evan Nolan's super plussing Sami Zayn on top of the cage and on everybody. I'm calling that spot now if that does happen.
That'd be pretty gnarly. Speedy recovery to Kevin. More injury news. Randy Orton, who's been out with a back injury, apparently hints that he underwent a procedure the other day on the 15th. Or not the 15th, but I guess a little bit before that. Kim Morton, his wife, posted a photo of her husband on Instagram in a hospital bed. She did not give details, but PW Insider reported that Randy Orton was in Birmingham, Alabama yesterday. Wrestlers are typically flown to Birmingham for surgeries. Orton is out of action with a back issue. If he did get surgery this week, then it means he won't be back in action anytime soon. Apparently, they're celebrating their 7-year anniversary. Kim wrote, 7 wonderful years with the man of my dreams. You're batshit crazy, but so am I. I trust you. Trust me. We can conquer the world together if we feel like it. For now, I just want you to be my... Oh boy, this is maybe getting a little bit too descriptive. I'll just stop there. Yeah, congratulations to Kim and Randy on 7 wonderful years together, and speedy recovery to Randy. A last bit of news. This came out of NXT last night, so they will be introducing a new match called the Iron Survivor Challenge. Shawn Michaels described it. It's supposed to be a scramble match, like the scramble match from Unforgiven years ago. I'm trying to find the details of the match.
So basically, the match is it's kind of like, if you guys remember King of the Mountain from TNA, right? So it's a mixture between King of the Mountain and Iron Man match.
I have it.
So
have it right here.
Okay.
All right, Shawn Michaels, a new type of match that will pit NXT superstars against each other to determine the number one contenders for both the NXT Championship and the Women's Championship. Here are the rules. 5 superstars will compete in this unique 25-minute match as they battle each other and the clock. 2 superstars will start the match, and every 5 minutes a new superstar will enter the match until all 5 are in the ring. The goal is to have the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes. Falls can be won at any time via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When a superstar scores a fall, they will earn 1 point. However, when a superstar loses a fall, they must pay the penalty. They are forced out of the ring and into a penalty box for 90 seconds. Once the 90 seconds are up, the superstar to the match. The superstar who has scored the most falls when the clock hits 25 minutes will be named the Iron Survivor and become the number one contender for the NXT Championship and the NXT Women's Championships, respectively. So basically, it's a scramble match.
With King of the Mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, the penalty box is... If that ain't King of the Mountain, I don't know what to say about that.
Oh boy. I mean, yeah, interesting. I mean, you want to add more variety to the shows, and NXT has always been more of the wrestling show, and they like to add more, I guess, old school wrestling. I actually, come to think of it, isn't Jeremy Borash working in NXT?
Yeah. I was actually saying to a few people in the group chat that I got, and I'm in. I'm saying like, oh yeah, Jeremy Borash is definitely behind us because this just screams TNA.
Right. So I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he had a hand in it. But hey, cool. This is gonna happen at Deadline, which is gonna be next month
Deadline.
On the 10th of December. So damn, Anna Jay looks good, I gotta say. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that match.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, wrestling has missed innovation, match innovation over the past, 20 years. The most innovative match, that we've seen in the last 20 years is the Elimination Chamber. A lot of people could say, "Oh, Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank." Well, the gimmick and what you have to win for was innovative, but the match itself was just a ladder match.
Right.
So this match itself is innovative, for sure. And I mean, so mixed between Iron Man, so basically they what they did was they took the King of the Mountain gimmick, right? Instead of making a ladder match, they just turned to Iron Man match, which I'm cool with. I'm okay with. I mean, there's only so many more innovative things you can do in wrestling. I'm saying that now, and in the next 5 years, they're gonna come up with some other crazy match because, we've seen cage matches and Iron Man matches and ladder matches and Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber and double cage matches, war games, triple cage matches. You know what I mean? So yeah, we've seen it all. We've seen it all for the most part. But this is gonna be interesting though. Now I'm already thinking. I can't wait until we see a tie between. This is how I would do a match. Like if this was if they would have had this match in 2018 NXT. Oh my god, I can so see something like, let's say Gargano and Ciampa were in a match against other guys or whatnot. They're in the middle of their hot feud for the NXT title, and they tie. Gargano and Ciampa tie. Let's say at 2 falls apiece. When this Iron Survivor match ends, right? Then William Regal comes out and is like, you know what? We got to do a sudden death fall here. They go for another 20 minutes wrestling a sudden death fall. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting to see. I hope we get something like that. Probably not the first match, obviously, right? You don't want to see that, but that's the type of creativity that they can do for this match.
Shit, if they had this kind of match back then when NXT was in its prime, fuck.
Yeah,
that would have been fucking insane. But
exactly.
Hey Eddie, but again, it's going to create some interest and some buzz. So we'll see what happens. As far as who can, I don't want to say pull the match off because it sounds like a dick thing to say. I think NXT. Granted, I don't watch the show all the time, but the talent is there. They just got to figure out what to do with it. So we'll see how the match goes. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it won't. But it's one of those things of just it just remains to be seen of what can happen. So, all right. So let's get to Full Gear.
Wait.
Go ahead.
We forgot another. You forgot the other news story.
Oh, what is it?
Did you hear about Sasha Banks?
She applied for some names, right?
Yeah, she applied for some trademark names. So
hold on, let me pull that up.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me pull those names up real quick. Sasha Banks.
And I think she's actually going to be at, I think a Comic-Con or something like that in May.
I have it right here.
Okay.
A company called Soul NATO Inc. filed for the following trademarks on November the 10th: Mercedes Monet, Monet Talks, Bank Monet, Statement Maker.
There you go.
And Banks teased last month that she has something crazy in the works, quote unquote. Banks said it's something that she's been waiting for, but she didn't say if what she was talking about was wrestling related or not. Michael Dawkins, a patent lawyer who works with pro wrestlers to file trademarks, was the attorney of record on all 4 of the filings. It's speculated that the filings have something to do with Sasha Banks. It was announced that Banks, billed under her real name, will be appearing at Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California, on May the 23rd. She's going by her real name, which is Mercedes Varnado. And I don't know. What do you think that means? Like, do you think that's a wrestling thing, or do you think it's something, I guess, to kind of start her new career, which looks like it's going to be acting?
That's definitely a wrestling thing. Or why, like, she's already known as Mercedes Renato on, away from wrestling. Why would she have this new name, new moniker, per se? And on top of that, she had, for this Comic-Con Revolution, it says FKA Sasha Banks, formerly known as Sasha Banks. I think Sasha's going to Japan. I think she's going to Stardom. I think she's gonna have a match against Kairi Sane. This is Kairi now, but I think she's going to Stardom. I think she's going to Japan, and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be long term. But I think that she still wants to wrestle. I honestly don't think she wants to go to AEW. Because if that was the point, she would have been there already.
Oh God! Like,
you know what I mean? But I may be wrong. I mean, she goes to AEW. You know what I mean? Good for her. You know what I mean? Hope all the best for her. And if she does go to AEW, you know what I mean? I'm still a fan of her. But I will say that I think she wants to wrestle in Japan. I really think she wants to wrestle in Japan because she always wanted to. Be a part of that style. She has good friends over there. Her and Kyrie. I won't say that they're close, but they definitely are acquainted and friends, and they work together in WWE. And there's been teases that have been made. So and what this will do too as well. This is gonna get people who really love Sasha Banks to start watching some Japanese Joshi wrestling. You know what I mean? Just like how Jericho. Brought over, casual wrestling fans to watch a little bit of New Japan, and they found out who Kenny Omega was, and the Young Bucks, and Okada, and Naito, and all that. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be better for wrestling, for women's wrestling rather, if Sasha does go to Japan, because that's going to get more eyes on more talent over there, and and hopefully that will influence some of the talent from Japan to come over to the United States. To come over to, WWE and AEW, even more. So, and I want to say that WWE and Kyrie still have a good relationship. Who knows? This is just maybe a short stint for Sasha to go over there, get what she needs to get out, then come back to WWE. Or maybe this is a long-term thing. Maybe she was like, you know what? Before I retire from wrestling, I do want to wrestle in Japan, and she's very young, super young, just Sasha. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, maybe she wants to, get everything out, before she stops wrestling. I won't say forever because, I can't see her, stop wrestling forever. You know what I mean? She used to have, I think she used to do like YouTube channels and stuff back in the day where she was young and. You know what I mean? And talking about, reviewing wrestling just like kind of like how we are, right? So wrestling's always going to be within her. But I think she wants to go to Hollywood, right? And try that out for several years and see how far she goes. And, but first, before she does that, before she's committed to that fully, I think she wants to give a good little run in Japan for maybe a year or two. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But hopefully, wish her the best. And hope she finds some peace and happiness on what she does. So
it's interesting you brought that up because I wasn't even thinking about that. And then I just remembered Nakamura is going to be wrestling Great Muta in his retirement match, and you're noticing a trend. With the Triple H regime is that Vince would never let his talent go to another company on his dime unless he was making money. With Triple H. He's allowing a lot of his talent. I think Nakamura is the only guy I can think of right now who's able to go to other feds while he's working with the company and do stuff like this. And then you're bringing up, with the possibility of Sasha maybe even going to NJPW, maybe going to Stardom to work while she's, still in a contract with WWE. Like, do you think this is like a thing of possibly Triple H is letting her hone her craft overseas and possibly maybe even get some numbers? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. Like, I can see him doing that. You know, saying, you know, hey, you want to go to Japan and wrestle? That's fine with me. Just see if we can get some numbers. Because, you know, Triple H loves him some Japanese wrestlers. You know, he loves bringing in talent, you know, to NXT. So, I mean, who was like who was the chick that got number one female wrestler? That Siri, what was her name? What was her name? Siri, or what the fuck her name is? Yari.
I'm sorry. Yeah. You talking about for the
PWI thing?
For the PWI? Yeah, Siri.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, fuck. For all we know, she can be on Triple H's radar, and then he might be sending Sasha to Stardom to maybe even like convince her to come over to the States. Like, I don't know. Like, anything could happen. I'm reading something Goof is saying. Hope she comes back so I can bathe in the angry tears Mish Jonas will surely shed if she comes back to wrestling. No offense. I mean, I'm not really a Sasha fan, Goof, so you know, I'm not really offended by that. I don't know.
I'm not offended by it either. I mean, I am a Sasha fan, but I mean, no, I mean, it is what it is. Everyone can like who they like. Everyone can hate who they hate. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, she's, you know, we're not her. We're not her. We're you know, we're not her. We're not in her situation. We don't know what's going through her mind. Maybe, you know, maybe what she's done. Maybe, you know, there is legitimacy behind it, and, you know, maybe the way she reacted, right? Maybe the way she reacted from leaving, you know, WWE, maybe that wasn't justified. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's her decision. She's a grown woman.
Yeah, exactly. Maurice wants us to know, what do we think about Tyrus as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion?
I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's a dead belt, so people are getting okay. So we're gonna go on a tangent here. So we're gonna speak on somebody who will not be named here, but there is this YouTuber out there. And I mentioned him a couple times already here on this podcast that that's pretty fake, I will say. He is getting pressed about Tyrus becoming NWA champion, where he's tweeting, I won't say multiple times a day, but at least tweeted, you know, 2 or 3 times in the same day about this NWA championship. He's like, oh, should I really watch this match? You don't watch NWA anyway. Stop being a fake fan and trying to get mad about something and having this fake outrage. You weren't talking about NWA, you know, when Aldis was champion. You didn't have this outrage when Trevor Murdoch won the title. You didn't have this, you know, you don't have this outrage, you know, when Matt Cardona won the title. I didn't see no coverage from you on your channel about that. But you wanna try to get clickbait, or you wanna try to get clicks on your tweets because it's a hot topic and everyone else is talking about it. Like, if you're a true wrestling fan, talk about what you want to talk about. Don't talk about what you want to talk about. Don't get mad about something on something that you don't watch anyway, right? That's like me getting mad at, you know, I mean, and I think he's a phenomenal wrestler, Josh Alexander. I'm just making this a point. I don't watch Impact. I follow it as far as, like, some results that happen on the show. I kind of know what happens on the show a little bit here and there, right? But I don't go out my way to watch it. You know what I mean? Let's just say, for example, can I point out on there? Well, I'm just going to throw Chris Bay. I like Chris Bay. He's a pretty good wrestler. But let's say Chris Bay wins the Impact World title, and I get mad over that. I'm not going to go out there and fucking tweet it. I'm not going to go out there and tweet it and have this fake outrage and be like, oh, man, Impact, oh, my God, you had AJ Styles and Jeff Jarrett and, you know, and all these great champions, and now you have Chris Bay as champion. Like, no. Like, stop the fake outrage, okay? And stop trying to get clicks on your tweets, right? So this whole thing about Tyrus, I don't care. I don't care. I don't
exactly.
care. I I don't care if he's champion or not. It doesn't affect me at the end of the day. This is not the real. I mean, it's the NWA lineage, but that lineage has died. It died years ago. It died in It died in 1993, right? When WCW dropped it from their title, right, or dropped it from the world titles. Okay, it came back a little bit, in 2002 with TNA, right? Once they dropped the NWA lineage, and they just had the Impact World Championship, I didn't care after that. I didn't care when Cody won, right? It was cool that he won it. It was cool, but I didn't care. Us being champion for a long time, it's cool. He made his name NWA champion, but I don't care, right? And I mean, Adam Pearce was on WWE every week, right? You know what I mean? As I don't know if he's general manager, wherever the fuck he is, wherever title he is, right? He was NWA champ for a long time. You know what I mean? He's good wrestler in his time. I don't care. I don't care about this title anymore. The only thing that was good about this current version of NWA is that they didn't change the title, it's still the same title, and that they have "Don't Get Into the Fire" as their intro. Which I will say that NWA intro 2 years ago, my God, it's probably one of the best intros I've ever seen in wrestling. I'll be honest.
You know what? I actually liked it when NWA came back 3 years ago, back in 2019, when they had that short run. I was enjoying it. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually enjoying it.
It was fun. It was fun.
I was enjoying it a lot more than AEW, and not. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm just kind of saying that to be true because, like,
I mean,
let me hear me out. Hear me out. I gave AEW a chance, just like I give everything a chance. And just for me, just AEW, I just figured, okay, this really isn't for me. This clearly isn't for me. This is for the modern wrestling fan. And I watched NWA, and I was enjoying it. I was legit enjoying it, and not just to like spite, AEW. I was legit enjoying it. I liked that fucking fire intro, pun intended, of Into the Fire. I even liked it when they put Pantera in the fucking intro. But fucking two things happened that killed that company. First thing was when Jim Cornette got fired because he made a stupid joke that people said was racist, but it really wasn't racist. It was just fans that hate Cornette.
In WWF in like 96, 97 too as well. So
exactly, it was just fans looking for a reason to shit on Cornette, and they found a reason. And then second, the pandemic. The pandemic, killed NWA's momentum. Not to say that they're going to be bigger than WWE. They're not. No one's going to be bigger than WWE. They're just not. But they had momentum going for them. Like, they had an interesting concept, but the fucking pandemic killed their momentum. So, and it sucks. It's unfortunate because, we talk about we want another alternative, for the wrestlers other than just WWE and nothing else. AEW looked like the second alternative, and also, quite frankly, I mean, if they played their cards right, NWA could have been a strong third alternative. But, like I mentioned, the pandemic and just the whole Cornette thing might have just left a bad in people's mouths about NWA. And also, going back to the Tyrus thing, like I don't care. Like, it's a dead belt. It's no one cares. Who cares?
If you're getting pressed over that, like, you really need to really evaluate how you view things at life. Like, seriously, like, I'm not gonna get upset over a dead belt in a dead company with fourth rate talent. Brodus Clay in WWE was over for maybe 3 months, 2, if that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get pressed over it. He's world champion. Okay, he's world champion, but do you really consider him a world champion at this point in time? No, would not. It's about who's carrying the belt. It's about who's around him, and they don't got much around them in NWA, right? 3 years ago, to your point, NWA, they had a good nucleus, right? They had Eli Drake, and they had James Storm and Thunder Rosa and
Eddie
Ricky
Kingston.
Starks and Eddie Kingston, and they look like a legit fucking, a legit brand. Again, at the end of the day, like, I still didn't care to watch as far as like weekly or whatnot. I'm like, okay, I see it. Oh man, this Ricky Starks guy, he can talk. Okay, like I was paying attention. I wasn't like invested. So again, like to me, it's ridiculous. Like we need to focus on things that we should really do care about. You know what I mean? Focus on WWE. Focus on on AEW. I mean, focus on the two big companies right now. Get invested in those. The all these other companies is just sprinkles and sugar and gummy bears on top of the ice cream. That's it. Like, I'm not gonna get mad or pressed over that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just at this point, they could put the NWA title on Keenan Thompson, and nobody would care. I mean, granted, it would be interesting if Keenan Thompson became the fucking NWA World Champion. Might even create some buzz, actually. But, I mean, it's just, the NWA title was... This might piss a lot of people off, and, too bad, but at this point, the NWA title is just as important as the 24/7 title. Like, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Back in the day, it meant something.
The current iteration of the NWA title.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like at this point,
yeah.
It's meaningless. No one cares. Who cares? The WWE title, the Universal title, and to a greater extent the AEW title mean more to wrestling. Even the NXT title means more than the NWA title at this point. But yeah, just like you said, why are we getting in 2022? Why are we getting mad that Tyrus is the NWA World Champion? No one cares. Nobody fucking cares.
Like people are acting like they watch NWA every week. Like if you watch NWA every week and you're mad about this, okay, and you're invested, okay, you have a point. I guarantee you about 90% of the people who are getting mad doesn't even watch it anyway. So why are you getting mad?
It's like this is bullshit. I am never watching this show again. NWA is like, we need you. Like we need our 3.5 viewers. Oh man, but let's switch gears. Let's no pun intended, to Full Gear, which is going to be this Saturday at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So far, there's actually 9 matches announced. Huh. I mean, it's not as much as we thought it'd be. Have they announced more matches tonight?
Well, yeah, they as we are live here on the air, they made the trios title match at Full Gear. It's gonna be the Death Triangle, Pac and the Lucha Bros versus Guess.
Yeah, you know what? I actually did see it because I had the show on while we were talking, and I saw that. I'm like, yeah, and then because I didn't refresh the page and it said 9, and then Eddie was saying they added 2 more. I'm like, So 11 matches for this Saturday. I'm assuming they're gonna add a random pre-show match, which is like why, but whatever. Anyways, 11 matches. Let me start from the bottom. 3-way match for the AEW TNT Championship. Wardlow defending against Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Before we begin here, I think it's important to emphasize here. This to me is the least important, least built AEW pay-per-view of them all so far. I've been liking AEW, for the most part, ever since this CM Punk thing, and it seems like their booking's just been week to week, not a lot of long-term storytelling. Going into this pay-per-view itself, right? I mean, maybe you could say MJF versus Moxley, right? It's really more long-term storytelling on MJF's side, right? Not on him, for him to become AEW champion. Not necessarily between those two. Britt Baker and Saraya is somehow, some way, the most important women's match of the card, which doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing should be more important than the AEW women's title match. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's Britt Baker versus Soraya, right? Like, and you people say, oh, whoa, it's Britt Baker versus Soraya versus Paige, and it's her first match back. Okay, great, fantastic, happy for Paige, right? Do better, Tony Khan, on making that AEW Women's Title match more important than this match. That's not even for a title, right? The match with the most heat on the card is Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Because this has been going on ever since, you know what I mean? Like, ever since All Out. You know what I mean? That match there has the most heat. And has the longest term storytelling in out of any match here on this card here. So, I expect this pay-per-view to be good, right? Good wrestling, right? And I mean, I won't say I'm gonna be invested. I'm gonna be invested in the main event. You know, I'm gonna be kind of, sort of, semi-invested with Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy, but even that has cooled off as well because they haven't built anything. They haven't built anything in the past 3 weeks. With even tonight, you know, Dynamite was okay, but like, did we do any build for Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy? Did we do any build for Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose? Did we do any build for, you know, and with the exception of rap video, which I thought was funny tonight. I thought it was a pretty damn funny video. And I don't even like the Acclaim like that. I think they're cringy half the time, but I like the rap video tonight. Between the Acclaim and Swerve in Our Glory, there was a rap video, but you know what I mean? So, that's my whole take about going into this pay-per-view, because I think it's important for us to, we're going to give our predictions, right? But, like, there's, like, not a lot of investment for me watching this pay-per-view, so. Right. But, the first match that you brought up, Powerhouse Hobbs and Wardlow and Samoa Joe for the AWTNG Championship. Wardlow's going to win. Three-way match. I still think that, you know, Powerhouse Hobbs here is just here as the guy that's going to get pinned. So this should be a good match, though. I think it's going to be a good match. Again, I'm not invested. It'll be a good match, however, though. I think all three of these guys will pull on a pretty good match if they get about 15 minutes. If they get 15 minutes, I think they'll do a good job here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hobbs. I mean, like you said, there really is no build-up for any of these matches from what I've seen.
You know Hobbs?
I like Hobbs. I mean, I really do like Hobbs. I don't know if we had this conversation before, but it's just like, I see a guy like Hobbs, I see Wardlow. It's like, I'd rather see him in WWE. Because...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just Wardlow, they have completely killed any momentum for him ever since the MJF feud and ever since he became, the champion. And then Hobbs is just like, where is this guy most of the time? So it's just, and then Samoa Joe is just going through the motions at this point. Like, he basically is just waiting for his contract to end so he can go back to WWE. Again, I like Hobbs, but Wardlow's going to win this, and on paper this should be a good match on paper, but it's just the execution, and it's just AEW. You said I expect this pay-per-view to be good. I want to enjoy this pay-per-view. I do, but it's AEW. I expect this pay-per-view to be long, like unnecessarily long. It's going to start.
Well, I mean, long doesn't mean that's not going to be good if it's long. Like, there's been a lot of long pay-per-views that sucked. There's been a lot of long pay-per-views that have been good, but no, I agree. These pay-per-views should be like 3 hours tops.
I mean, under 3 hours is just fine with me. But yeah, Eddie says the show's going to end at 1 in the morning. I hope, God damn, I hope not. But yeah, I'm going with Wardlow on this one.
Hey, I know one thing, that All Out, I was up to like 3 or 4 a.m. with the whole Mia Scrum thing. I couldn't sleep. I was like, I need to know more shit, because as soon as the Mia Scrum ended, just like Alvarez and like Sean Ross Sapp, and they were just tweeting about a fight backstage. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So yeah, I was hooked on that news, man. That's a once in a lifetime event. I had to stay up for.
It's like it's a once in a lifetime event. It's not a wrestling match.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that because I was like Montreal screw. Like, imagine the Montreal screw job, right? You know what I mean? '97. There was social media around, right? Imagine the social media for that. I think it would probably been the same buzz, if not more, than with Punk and the Elite. They did.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Next is the we just kind of talked about a little bit. 6-man tag match for the AEW World Trios Championship, Death Triangle versus returning the Elite. So Elite are winning this match, right?
Yeah, the Elite's gonna win, but to me, it's like, what did they do to deserve this match?
They got Punk out of AEW.
Oh, okay, fine, so be it. But kayfabe wise, like storyline wise, like, what did they do? What did they do on TV to deserve this match? Now, by all means, if this plays out well, this could be a match of the year contender, right? I mean, all 6 of these guys are phenomenal on what they do in the ring. I mean, some people like it, some people don't, but I can really appreciate modern wrestling, and I can appreciate what these guys do, right? But again, the Elite's gonna win. Should be a fantastic match. I should like this a lot. This week, I'm sure, on some of the matches, with the review of this pay-per-view. But to me, again, what did they do to deserve this match? It just seems like, again, well, there was teases of them coming back or whatnot, but again, teases or not, what did they do on TV? Did they win any matches? Did they win any matches to deserve this title match? No, they were stripped of the titles. They weren't what's the word? Well, they weren't the Death Triangle, they're not interim champions. They are the champions. Right. So again, I think they could have done a better job with this. Maybe they could have brought them back this week, right? I would have been okay if they would have brought them back this week, and it would be like a normal contenders match for the trio styles. I was still kind of questioning. I'm like, okay, but at least they qualify by winning a match, right? But yeah, this right here, I'm not game for at all. As far as like, the booking of the match, should be a great match though. Overall, still,
it's gonna be exactly what I think it is. It's gonna be spot, kick out of your finish 18 times, and pretending to be surprised, and the fucking Elite's gonna win it. And then Kenny is gonna do his weird eyes where he looks surprised about everything. And then he's going to do his finger pointing and his Ultimate Warrior shit. And then the Young Bucks are going to super kick their opponents 15 times. So, yeah, the Elite's going to win this. Next is a steel cage match. Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Jungle Boy needs to win. He really does. His recent, he's a singles guy now. And he's been showing a little bit more character with his promos. He needs the win. I think he will win this match. I see Christian getting involved still, right? But he's one arm, so I don't know how much involvement he can do. But I expect like some type of spot from the top of the cage, maybe blood too as well. I don't know. Jungle Boy wants to bleed. He has too much of a pretty face to do all that. But I'll go with the Jungle Boy here for the win.
I'll go Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy needs a win. He needs a win in this feud to solidify himself. So how Christian gets involved will be interesting. I mean, maybe he can like pull something out of his sling and like throw it in the ring to fucking Luchasaurus. So we'll see. Next is a tag match. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin.
I'm going to go with Sting and Darby Allin. I mean, because Sting is undefeated in AEW, as he rightfully should be. He's fucking Sting. He should be world champion right now. Anyway, Jeff Jarrett, coming back with his TNA theme as well. Him and Sting should be on top of the card. This should be the main event. I'm being honest. This should be the main event. I don't care what anyone else says, right? Just as a matter of fact, just make it Jeff Jarrett versus Sting.
Oh God!
60-man Iron Man match. Yeah, I mean, just Sting the world champion, man. Justin
just wants to watch the world burn, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, just Jeff Jarrett, or Jeff Jarrett could just win. You hear his theme song at the end of the pay-per-view, right? You know what I mean? Trash being thrown in the ring, and he's like, "I'm back, baby!" Like, oh God, that'll be fantastic.
Ain't a great?
Yeah, but I'm going with Sting and Darby Allin to win. For sure.
Dude, you're Booker of the Year. You're Booker of the Year, not Tony Khan. Fuck him.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
like Justin. Why are we booking Jeff Jarrett versus Sting in a pay-per-view and a main event in 2022? Because fuck you. That's why.
That's right.
I'm gonna go with Jarrett and Jay Lethal winning because it seems like they want to make them a thing. So I'm gonna go with
so Sting's gonna get his first loss in AEW. Okay.
Yeah, over the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. So we'll go with that. Next is a singles match: Dr. Britt Baker versus the returning Saraya.
Saraya's gonna win. I mean, I shouldn't. Saraya's gonna win. But tonight on AEW, I was kind of perplexed on Baker's promo. Although I thought it was a good promo, it was too babyfacey. It was too like, hey, I was here during the pandemic, and you don't, I mean, I was here during the pandemic. Like, I didn't wrestle at Madison Square Garden, but I have wrestled at Daly's Place during the pandemic. This time, like, it's too babyfacey. It's too babyfacey. You're supposed to be the heel. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be the heel in this. You're supposed to get heat on yourself to get cheers for Saraya, and she didn't do that there. And that's been kind of my problem with Britt a little bit. Although I like her, right? I think she's uberly talented, right? She needs to understand where she doesn't need to be putting herself over and try to bury her, her talent like that, or not really bury, but basically disservicing who she's in the feud with. Because at the end of the day, you're not doing your full job as a heel. Yes, you can still get cheered and still be a heel. MJF, he gets cheered, but he's still a heel. You know what I mean? That's fine. But to me, though, I really think that she really needs to reevaluate on how she approaches her promos. Although, I understood her message, and again, I thought it was a good promo, the way that she went about it wasn't the best.
Well, it's just like her promo is that she's just saying things that are true. And it's just how are you supposed to disagree with somebody that's actually telling the truth?
That's fine. You can tell the truth, but you can do it in a heel manner. The way she did, her tone was too babyface. She was like, I was there. Like, she pretty much said, like, I was there for the fans when you couldn't wrestle. Like, okay, no, you should not say it like that. It can be like, hey, I wrestled. I don't care if you wrestled at Madison Square Garden. I wrestled at Dave's Place. And when there was no fans during the pandemic itself, and you know what, I don't even really care because the fans, they're a bunch of whatever, right? You can say, oh, they're a bunch of nut huggers, wherever you want to say, right? Oh, they're a bunch of nut huggers anyway. It doesn't matter, and continue the promo, but like it was too babyface for me tonight on our promo, way too babyface.
Yeah, I mean, there's a manner of saying it. It's like with Triple H back in the day, where he's like, I've beaten everybody there is to beat. I've beaten The Rock and Undertaker and Hulk Hogan. And, that's a heel thing to do, whereas, it would sound weird if Triple H was, in his feud with Hogan, back in the day, where he's like, I was actually out here busting my ass while you were, you're a part-timer, and doing all that. It's like, well, he's right. Like, why am I gonna boo him? Britt, like you said, could have done shit where it's like, I carry this company on my back, and you dipshit fans, always want to boo me when I come out here and I bust my ass and blah blah blah. Like that could have been a heel thing. Instead of it, it's just like I'm here every week. I wrestle every week. I wrestle on AEW every week. And Paige, you've been hurt for 5 years. Well, you're right. Like I can't boo you if you're right. So I don't know. Just this has been a poorly constructed feud because just like for Paige's sake,
there's no heat on this feud whatsoever.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was getting to that. So if you're gonna bring back Paige after she hasn't wrestled for 5 years, put her in the ring with somebody, I guess, a little bit more safer. Like give her like a test out opponent. You know what I mean? Like as long as we've been watching wrestling, anytime somebody makes their comeback, whether it's from an injury or they've been out of wrestling for a while and they've made their comeback, you put them in the ring with someone a little bit more safer, like someone that is going to give them a good match, but is not going to do anything overly crazy. Because, from what I heard with Paige's comeback is that she can't take any spots to her back. She can't do any bumps, essentially. And it's just like, what's going to happen? Britt's going to possibly go after that back, whether it be, unintentional. So it's just like, I'd rather you bring Paige back, or Sarai, whatever you want to call her, and put her in the ring with somebody that's a little bit more safer before you decide to put her in the ring with, Tony Khan's, top talent.
So you know what I'm gonna ask next.
Huh.
Who would you suggest? Who would you suggest for Saraya?
Well, we were gonna discuss the AEW women's roster since we didn't get a chance to finish it last week. So let me just pull it up real quick. Ah, shit. Where am I?
Because this AEW women's roster is ice cold. Like ice cold.
Okay.
It's bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
Fuck. Oof. I'm looking at these names. I'm like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of names that are going to be put on the bus tonight. I'll tell you that much. I don't know. I really don't know.
Exactly.
Like
there's nobody there as a heel, because remember she's come back in the face, so you can't use like Riho or Riho or Hikaru Shida, right? And I mean, or Athena. I mean, even though she's kind of tweaking right now with her character, but there's no one there who's not wrestling already. Is gonna no. There's no one there.
Jesus Christ.
There's no one there other than Britt Baker. Can do this match.
All right, so
and not on Dynamite, on a pay-per-view. Yeah, we gonna throw? You gonna throw Blue Pants in there, Leva Bates?
Blue Pants. What about Julia Hart?
She can't wrestle. I love Julia. I really do, and she's great at her little with the House of Black. She can't. Not on a goddamn pay-per-view. No way. Not for a comeback match. You're gonna have Saraya lead the match. Saraya shouldn't be leading a match with her comeback, even though she could. It should be some. I'm sorry, Britt's the best opponent for her. Even though I don't like this match as her first match back. Still, that's awful.
So Saraya's winning, and this is going to be a painful match to watch. Oh man. Next, speaking of painful, TBS Championships: Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose.
Jade Cargill's winning, staying undefeated. The less I say about Nyla Rose, the better. So that's what I think. And I think this storyline is retarded.
Jade's gonna win this, and this is gonna be another dumpster fire of a women's match.
It is gonna be bollocks. Not even the good kind of bollocks. It is gonna be shit.
Next, four-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris Jericho, the champion, defending against Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sammy Guevara.
Another match that was just thrown together last week randomly. Jericho's gonna win. He's gonna continue and one of the better things I do like about AEW over the past month or so is this title reign for Chris Jericho. At first, I was kind of weak on it, but just Jericho just going through every other former Ring of Honor champion. I like it. I like it. I like it. The Ocho, right? He's because he's 8-time champion, so he's calling himself the Ocho now. Only as Chris Jericho can do it. I'm the Ocho. Like, I love it. Love it. Come on, great shit. But again, random match. You're gonna have Brian and Claudio go. They're obviously they're gonna shake hands for a match. I'm like, hey, nothing personal, right? Trying to win a title here, right? The interesting part for me is how is Sammy and Chris Jericho gonna interact in this match? You already know Sammy's gonna try and go for a cheap pinfall or whatnot. Jericho's gonna kick out. He's gonna look all shocked or whatnot. Then they'll come to blows or whatever. So, but Jericho's winning again. Don't know why this match is happening. This random 4-way, right? But again, you got Jericho as a champion, and there's no way you're gonna keep Jericho or Danielson off of a pay-per-view. So, again, terrible booking decision for his 4-way because there was no story going into it. Nothing. There was nothing going into it. Match overall, it should be a damn good match. This should be a really good match. But again, I am not invested in the match.
I mean, yeah, on paper it should be a good match. But yeah, it's gonna be Jericho winning. I'm gonna call right now. It's gonna be Jericho going after a pin that isn't his. It's gonna be Danielson. It's going to be possibly Danielson and Claudio, working each other, and then in the end, Jericho's going to take advantage of the fact that they tire themselves out. He's going to get the win. And there's probably going to be a storyline of Sammy pissing off Jericho because he wanted to take a pin on him. So,
I mean, the only storyline that I see here that can develop, and I'm not sure if you know, well, you probably don't even care, but there's been some teases of Wheeler Yuta and Bryan Danielson coming to blows. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, you probably don't care, but there's been teases of that. I'm not sure that this is gonna happen in this match, but just be on the lookout for Wheeler Yuta. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to be on the lookout for Wheeler Yuta. I don't.
Well, if I didn't tell you and you saw it on Saturday, you're gonna be like, well, that was random. Well, it would be random, but they have been planting the seeds for at least the past few weeks with that.
The great Wheeler Yuta. Next is the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
It's a really good match. Again, I don't care about this match. And there's been a little bit of build. A little bit. This match has been built up better than other matches on the card. A little bit of build. I still don't care about it. To me, again, this match should be the most important match for the women on your card, but it's Saraya versus Britt Baker, whatever, right? Overall, though, Toni Storm's going to win this match, and I think we see Thunder Rosa come back. Because remember, Toni Storm is still the interim champion. I think Thunder Rosa comes back, and if she does come back, then we'll see on how, we'll see what happens here. We'll see on how that'll go into the next pay-per-view. Or maybe that probably won't go into the next pay-per-view. They'll probably do a champion versus champion match. Yeah, winner is coming. Exactly. Winner is coming. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So they can further continue their progress on running Thunder Rosa out of AEW, pretty much. I mean, this seems like it'd be a much better match than the other two women's matches. I mean, it has...
Yeah.
I mean, because Toni Storm's a good wrestler. She just doesn't really have a connection with the crowd, in my opinion. And Jamie Hayter, I think, is pretty good. So this should be a better match than the other two women's match. But like you said, it's just like, why is this a match? Why is this a feud? But
yeah, and Jamie, she didn't do anything. I don't think she did anything to get the title shot. It was just randomly announced, like, yeah, versus Toni Storm. Okay, great. Should be a good match. I mean, two, I mean, I think I think Jamie Hitter's from Australia too, if I'm not mistaken. No, she's from England. What am I talking about? She's from England. Toni Storm is from New Zealand. But regardless, though, like both these women used to wrestle in Japan, and they have that hard hitting style. So hopefully they can bring that type of hard hitting style to this match here, and Toni Storm's gonna win. But hopefully they'll have one of the better women's matches this year in AEW.
All right, moving on. AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament Final. The winner receives an AEW World Championship match at Winter is Coming. Ethan Page versus To Be Determined. He beat Bandito tonight. On the other side, you have Brian Cage, who's supposed to face the winner of Lance Archer and Ricky Starks, but apparently that match didn't happen. Fill me in.
It should be. I think it's happening this Friday, apparently.
So, okay, so Archer and Starks is happening this Friday?
Or they said that? I don't know if it's happening this Friday, because if it happens Friday, then we have the final on Saturday. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I saw Stark's kind of promo, but I mean, it was muted. I couldn't hear because we're on the podcast here. But I gotta go back and watch it and kind of figure out what the hell happened.
Eddie's saying, yeah, Archer and Starks is on Friday. They never competed the first round, so I guess they're having the match on Friday, and the final between whoever.
That'll probably be the pre-show match.
I guess that makes sense.
Between Cage and whoever wins between Archer and Starks.
I mean, I want Starks to win, but they don't have a plan for Starks, so I think it was you that said that it might be Ethan Page that wins it.
Yeah. I called it. I called it last week. Ethan Page is gonna win this tournament. He's gonna win this tournament because the seeds are already planted there with him and MJF. This is, believe it or not, a long-term story that Tony Khan's telling. I mean, this is not for Ethan Page to win the title or anything like that, but just for him to get a world title shot. Now, MJF, I'm most likely thinking will win on Saturday, and that'll be, one of the first title shots that Ethan Page has, and one of the first title defenses that MJF makes. I think it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so you're perfect 2 for 2 on things. You called the Judgment Day thing with Edge and Beth Phoenix, and now you're calling this. Jeez. Got it. Next is the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. You have Acclaimed defending against Swerve and Our Glory. I mean,
the Acclaim's gonna win, and Swerve's gonna turn on Keith Lee. I mean, should be a good match. This is their third match against each other. The Acclaim's gonna retain. Keith Lee is, gonna get turned on by Swerve. Obvious. It's just so obvious that it's there. And the Acclaim, they're still gonna be tag team champions. So after that, the Acclaim's gonna be faced off against the Ass Boys, the Gun Club. And after that, I'm not sure, but Swerve and Keith Lee, they're gonna go on to a feud and maybe have a match at Winter is Coming, right? Or maybe even, I don't even think they can swing this all the way to the next pay per view. So I think Winter is Coming is probably where you're gonna get that one-on-one match between Swerve and Keith Lee.
What if they do something lame and have Keith Lee be the heel?
No, there's no way. Not after what Swerve did to Billy Gunn.
I don't know, just knowing AEW, they're going to do something lame. Let's make Keith Lee the heel. It's like, no. That would just be hilarious. It's like, Swerve, I am mad at the atrocities that you've committed against one Mr. Billy Gunn. It's like, you're not a bad guy. Stop.
No, I'm sorry, Swerve has already scissored Billy Gunn's fingers, so
What have you done to Mr. Gunn's fingers?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, the Acclaim should win. I mean, the Acclaim's over. Billy Gunn's over. Have this feud be over. And have them move on to the Ass Boys. And then beyond that, I hope to God they don't run into fucking the Young Bucks. I hope to God.
Oh, no. Well, no. FTR. FTR's on the radar, too. I forgot to mention that.
I mean, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun match. I like FTR. All right, now we're on to the main event, which should be the main event. Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. MJF cashed in his casino ladder poker chip. I mean, MJF is being built up as, is he going to be a babyface or not? I mean, like you said, he's over, but he's supposed to be a heel, but lately he's been a babyface. And
especially what happened at the end of Dynamite tonight. Did the hot babyface run in save Moxley and William Regal?
Here's what I think about this match, is that the outcome is either going to be damned if you do or damned if you don't. Because if, MJF wins, there's going to be the people that are going to say that it was hot-shotted. Even though MJF is like, one of the very few people in the company that actually get a reaction. MJF is over as fuck. People like MJF. I mean, if you put the title on him, it's fine. It's going to be fine. But then you're going to have the people that if he loses, it's going to be like, oh, they're burying him. So it's just like, regardless of what you do, people are still going to complain. I mean, is it going to be that MJF has been in cahoots, with Regal the whole time? Because they've been including Regal in this feud. I mean, are they going to do something where, I mean, like MJF is saying, like, he's pretending to be the babyface, but he's going to be like, haha, I was really evil the whole time. And it's like, we kind of saw that coming. So I don't know what they're going to do. Like, it would be a lot more interesting if it's going to be like him and Regal have been doing a thing the whole time. Behind, Moxley's back, behind Danielson's back. And I guess that's a way you can kind of get rid of the what the fuck is it called? The Big Cock Combat Club, whatever the fuck. Big Black Cock Combat Club.
Like, Blackpool Combat Club?
Yeah, whatever. Big Black Cock Blackpool Cock Club, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but MJF should win. He should win.
Well, MJF is winning. Like, no doubt about that. He is winning the match. Question's how is he gonna win? Is he gonna win straight babyface like? I doubt that. I think that he's gonna win straight up, double down as a heel. I think William Regal will get involved. I want to say yes, but I want to say no. Because MJF doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need William Regal to get over. William Regal doesn't really need to be a heel. Obviously, we know he could be like a damn good heel. But does William Regal join MJF? Does that do anything for MJF? No. Does MJF, just winning the title by himself, right? And him doing that. So basically, to me, William Regal doesn't really, for me at least, he doesn't really play a factor on MJF being more hated. You know what I mean? Maybe, William Regal be hated, but the goal is to get MJF more heat. I think him just doubling down, what I would do, this is what I would do. Yes, even though he attacked, the Firm, right, tonight, he got attacked by the Firm. I would kind of make it seem like they made a pact, like, hey, we're gonna hurt each other here, but you remember it was for a greater cause. It's for me to get the world title. I really think that this is just gonna be like a double swerve when it comes to that. So I think that the Firm is gonna get involved, right? Stokely Hathaway is gonna get involved with the crew. And they're going to end up, I won't say not necessarily helping MJF, but they may, give him some aid in the match. And MJF will return that return that aid back. And I really think that they're going to be on good terms at the end of the pay-per-view. MJF is winning. He's going to win the title. God forbid there's an injury in the match or anything like that. He's going to win. He's going to walk out as the new AEW champion. That's happening for sure. I'm 100% confident about that. The question is, how is he going to win? And I think that is the major question. So we'll see what happens this Sunday.
All right, and that is our predictions for AEW Full Gear this Saturday. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully we're not there until like 2 a.m. All right, let's finish out the AEW women's roster from the bustle that we did for the men's roster. So pull up the roster right here. Let's start with Abaddon.
I like Abaddon. I like Abaddon. She doesn't fit for AEW though, with her look. Mm-hmm. I do like her though. I am gonna let her go. I mean, I'll send her to WWE immediately. Because I think her gimmick could get over there, and she does need a little bit work in the ring. And funny thing is, Abaddon's actually hot. She's actually fucking hot. Wow, that crazy makeup and shit. Like if you just see her just playing Abaddon, she's actually pretty cute. Mm-hmm. But for the terms of this, I'm letting her go.
Yeah, bye. I personally wasn't a fan. Just you made a good point. Like she doesn't fit AEW. Like she wherever else, like maybe like overseas, maybe in New Japan, that gimmick could get over.
Oh damn! No, not Japan. Japan's too damn serious for that shit. No, AEW is basically like New Japan on the West Coast. Yeah, she needs if she does go overseas, that's like an England shtick or something like that. That's to me, that's not Japan. At least for Joshi wrestling, to me that won't get over there.
Yeah, fair enough. Anna Jay.
I like Anna Jay. I think she's been getting better in the ring. I'll keep her.
I mean, she's pretty. I keep her as like a valet. Oh, she's not that good personally. Athena,
keep.
If she's gonna keep purposely hurting wrestlers in the ring, then bye. Britt Baker,
keep.
I personally don't like. I personally think she sucks, but they think she's a star. So, what do I know? The Bunny.
Keep.
Bye. Emi Sakura.
Keep.
Bye. Shida, Hikaru Shida.
Keep.
I like her. She's good. Keep her. Jade Cargill.
Keep.
She looks like a star. She just sucks. But based off of her look, I guess keep. Jamie Hayter. Keep. Coincidentally, her name is Paige. Her name is Paige Wooding. Julia Hart.
What she's doing right now, she's perfect. Don't have her in a ring doing wrestling matches.
Yeah, she's much better as a valet manager. So keep her on that note. Kiera Hogan.
Like Kiera Hogan,
keep her. Chris Statlander.
If she doesn't, I mean, she just needs to stay injury free. She's a damn good wrestler, one of the better ones on the roster for the women's division. I'll keep her.
She's good. I mean, because like it almost seems like anytime it looks like she's starting to get somewhat of a push, she gets hurt like right away. So it's just like I want to like her, but it's just like, girl, you need to like not get injured. But yeah, keep her if she can stay healthy. Layla Gray.
Oh, keep. Right next to me, actually.
So keep her in the ring or keep her next to you?
It doesn't. She just needs to be around. I don't give a fuck what she does.
I haven't seen enough of her, so keep her. Leva Bates.
Change the gimmick, make her blue pants again. I like her. I mean, I like her. But for this, I'll have to let her go, though. Like, Hey, maybe I'll just keep her backstage as like a I don't know, as a morale booster talent, but not a wrestler.
Yeah, bye. She can, I mean, keep her backstage, do something, but bye. Layla Hirsch.
Brooklyn Von Braun. If anyone played WWE 2K20, I call her Brooklyn Von Braun because she looks just like that bitch in the game. I don't like her. Bye.
She's like 4'9", and everyone's like, "Oh, she's a beast. She could suplex guys." It's like she literally, like she looks like shit. I mean, I don't want to say she looks like shit, but she's fucking 4'10". Like, come on, bye. Madison Rain.
Yeah, you need vets like that. Yeah, even though I don't think she's like great at wrestling, she still has experience and she can help some of the younger talent get over in certain ways. So I'll keep her.
Yeah, and her job listing as a coach, so keep her. I mean, I was never that big of a fan of hers, honestly, even in TNA, but she adds something, especially to this women's roster, so you need someone like her, so keep. Maria Kanellis.
Keep.
Yeah, keep her. She's
not wrestling, so
yeah. As long as she's not wrestling, she's fine. So
she's not wrestling, so yeah, keep her.
And she looks good in shorts. So, Mercedes Martinez.
Keep. Again, need a vet like that. Need a vet like that around.
Love her. Keep her. Nyla Rose.
Gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, I tried to give Nyla a chance. I'd said, well, she can at least cut a promo, but she's not good in the ring. Like, she actually hurts people, so bye, Nyla. Paige Van Zant.
I'm just gonna stop myself there.
Say it.
You said Paige Van Zant?
Yeah.
Well, oh no, I was gonna say that. Like, you must be the most. So Nyla Rose is possibly the worst wrestler of all time. Because if she can't even beat women, how in the hell could she even beat a man?
I don't know. I really don't know.
How could a former man wrestler can't even beat? Well, not man wrestler. How can a former man can't beat women's wrestlers? She should be world champion, undefeated. That's the way I look at it. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh boy. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, because her whole thing is that she's a beast, and yet she can't even beat women. Like, women that are, yeah.
She can't even beat the gender that she turned into.
No, she's. I don't know if I should say it.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
she sucks as a woman. She should just not be a woman anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, but bye. She sucks.
Jesus Christ.
I'm getting canceled. Paige Van Zant.
She looks fantastic. She doesn't. I mean,
she's only had one match.
No, I'm talking about like. I'm saying she looks good. Like, she's sexy. No, but bye though, because I mean, she's on the payroll and she's not even like wrestling, so she doesn't even care to get better. So bye.
Yeah, I mean, she's just like, what else has she done? All she does is post, pictures and videos of her in her bikinis and her lingerie, which it looks good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. Eddie's saying she's too busy on her OnlyFans. Like, yeah, she's too busy to like actually want to get better in the ring, and she's on the payroll for some reason. So, go ahead.
No, I'm saying she was too busy sucking that dick.
Sucking that dick. But as much as I want to see her suck that dick, bye. Penelope Ford.
This game better. I don't think she gets enough credit on how much work she's putting in. She's not like great or anything, but I'll probably give her like another 6 more months to get better. If not, I'll send her my way. Send her not my way. Yeah, send her my way. Send her away. But for now, I'll keep her barely though.
Keep her and get rid of her husband. She at least looks like something. She isn't terrible in the ring. She's decent in the ring. So, yeah, keep her. But get rid of her husband. Rebel.
She serves no purpose. Get rid of her.
She serves a purpose as being Britt Baker's lackey.
She serves no Purpose. If Rebel were to leave AEW today, would she be missed? Would she even be noticed that she was missed? I don't think so.
I mean, granted, if anybody were to leave AEW, would they be missed?
No, I'm being serious. Rebel, no, I'm being dead serious. If Rebel were to leave AEW, would she be missed? Or anybody be like, damn, where's Rebel at? Like, I don't think that people will miss her.
Right. I don't know. I mean, because like she's not. Her whole thing is she's not a wrestler. She's a lackey. So, I guess if you don't add anything to the show, then get rid of her.
She doesn't. If I'm putting you on TV, you gotta add some type of value to the show. She doesn't add no value.
Well, I mean, Eddie's saying she also does makeup, for the wrestlers.
Okay, well, fair enough. Stay backstage then. But you're not gonna be taking talent money. Fuck that. Be backstage, do makeup. Be kind of like how I said for Leva Bates. Be a morale booster. Great. You're not gonna be on TV. You're not gonna be wrestling. Get the fuck off my screen. Get the fuck off my roster page.
All right, fair enough. Red Velvet.
I like Red Velvet. I do. I think she'll be better in WWE. I really think so.
Yeah,
I really think she'll be better in WWE.
I mean, you're not wrong. Is she one of Booker T's girls?
I'm not 100% sure. I think she may be, but I'm not 100% sure. I will let her go, and she's injured right now too, so I will let her go. But she will be perfect in NXT though.
Riho.
I don't like Riho. I don't like her whatsoever. I'm gonna keep her because she can wrestle. But I just don't like her. I don't like her. I don't. Yeah. But I can look past that for business. If I was running a business, to know that Rio's not one of the best wrestlers on the women's roster or top 5, top 10 women's wrestler on the roster, I'll be stupid if I do let her go. So I'll keep her regrettably.
Bye. I'm done with her. Bye. Ruby Soho.
Keep.
I love Ruby, but just the company seems like they don't care about her. Like, it's just...
Well, yeah, if I'm running the company, she'll be better. Like, this if I'm running it, like, I don't care. Yeah, I could care less who's, what happened to her in the past. If I step in tomorrow, if I'm running this shit, she'll be pushed.
It's like in the main event of All In will be Jeff Jarrett versus Sting.
That's right. Shit. Hey, you know what? That'll get people to fucking watch. I'm telling you. It's built up right.
Oh, man. Bye solely for the sake of go back to WWE. So, I don't know. But just, yeah, the company just doesn't give a shit about her, I can already tell. And Eddie saying AEW doesn't care about 80% of their roster. He's right. He's not wrong. Man. More so the women. Saraya, she just came in, so...
Oh, yeah, we'll keep, yeah.
Serena Deeb.
She's been great on AEW. Everything that she's been doing so far has been damn good, and I've been enjoying her work. So yeah, keep her.
I like her. I mean, she's one of the few women that actually know what she's doing. So keep her, and she's also listed as a coach. Sky Blue.
Oh, I love Sky Blue. Yeah. I'll keep her.
Love her.
I'll keep her,
shorts,
but
though. Oof.
I'll keep her. I'm trying to think here. I'll keep her As long as Dante Martin's there, if Dante Martin leaves, then I'll make her leave so they can both go to WWE.
Are they a
That's
couple?
just the way I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I watch some of Ethan Page's toy hunts. It's pretty fun to watch, actually. See these guys go everywhere and just like hunting for like old Power Rangers figures and Batman figures, and from 89 and 92, whatever. But yeah, they were on like a few episodes, and you can clearly see that they are dating. Like, it's 100% obvious.
Good for them. Tay Mello.
Keep, even though she's a cunt.
I mean, she's a cunt with an amazing ass. So
I know, yeah, it's cunt. Like, I hate you, but god damn it, just turn around. I hate you.
Like, don't even talk. Don't even look at me. Just turn around. I'm not done yet. Just don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, Kyle, you potty mouth. I'm playing. Yeah, she's a cunt, but keep her. Thunder Rosa.
Keep
her, but it seems like the company doesn't want to keep her. Like, it seems like Tony Khan is siding with the Mean Girls group of Britt Baker and Jade Cargill and Tony Storm. They all seem like they hate her, which is weird. Like, how can you hate Thunder Rosa? That's just odd. But yeah, keep her. Tony Storm, keep. Yeah, keep. Willow Nightingale.
Oh, I love Willow. Oh my god, she has a lot of good energy on her. She doesn't look bad either. She's a bigger girl, but she's pretty. She's pretty. She can wrestle too as well. She's actually I think she's actually in Japan right now, doing some matches over there. And I think she posted on her. I was on my Spinebuster Tees Instagram. Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. And she had like a like chest chops, bruised chest. So she can give it and receive it, if you know what I'm saying.
Ooh, on that case, keep Willow. I haven't seen enough of Willow's stuff, so keep her just so I can see what she can do. Lastly, Yuka Sakazaki.
Yuka Sakazaki. I like Yuka. They don't use her enough. She's like not really around that much, so if she was around more, I'll keep her. But I mean, she's in Japan right now, so I'll let her go. I mean, if I let her go, I mean, it's not like I'm missing anything if I let her go, because she's not there anyway right now. So
yeah, bye. And that's the women. That's. I wonder if we should do the on-air personnel. I mean, there's not that many, but all right, yeah, fuck it. Alex Abrahantes.
Keep.
Yeah, keep. Don Callis.
He's a big Thundercats guy. He loves Thundercats.
Yeah, cool. Don Callis.
Keep.
Bye.
What?
I can't.
You're letting go Don Callis? Oh my god.
First of all, he's a fucking creep. I mean, the whole thing in TNA where he was like sexually harassing Scarlett. I was gonna say Johansson, Scarlett Bordeaux. So fuck him. Bye. Jake Roberts.
I haven't seen Jake Roberts in I don't know how long.
He just announced that he doesn't need a cane anymore or something, or he doesn't need his oxygen tank anymore.
That's really good. That's awesome.
So
I mean, you gotta keep Jake Roberts, man. Like, he's so useful for where we like just have him come on TV and cut a promo. It doesn't have to be like even not even 5 minutes, like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, you gotta keep him. You have to keep a legend like that.
Jose the assistant.
Not.
Yeah.
He does well in his role. I'll keep him.
I guess keep. Smart Mark Sterling.
Keep. I like Smart Mark. He's a dick.
-1 Brody Lee Jr.
If anyone says get rid of, you don't have a heart. So
Bye.
he's a lifetime contract.
Bye. I mean,
Sure company, man. Hey, sure company, man. You can do whatever you want.
fuck that kid. I'm playing. I mean, as long as they don't actively feature him on TV,
Don't.
like, fine. I'm fine with it because they want to do a good thing. They want to do a good thing and help him. You know, they want to help out the family. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm all good with that. That's a good thing.
Like, just let the kid be part of the roster. Like he doesn't harm nobody. You know.
Just I don't want to see him in the ring every single week. I don't even want to, like, just.
I don't even remember the last time. When's the last time he's been on TV? I haven't seen on TV all year. I think.
Exactly. Like, just keep him out of the ring. If he wants to, if he wants to train to be a wrestler, fine. But just I don't need to see a 12-year-old kid in the ring doing anything.
Oh my goodness.
I'm good.
Okay. Let him be on the roster. Let him be on the roster. He's a little kid.
All right, but yeah, just point is, it's fine. It's fine that he's on payroll and that he's getting paid. Just help out the family, but just I don't need to see him in the ring until he's of age. That's the point I'm making. Stokely Hathaway.
Keep. 100% keep.
Yeah, keep him, even though I don't really get what he's doing. Vicky Guerrero.
Keep. Speaking.
Bye. Just at this point, I'm kind of done with Vicky. I like I like Vicky. I like Vicky as a person. She seems like a sweetheart. I'm always gonna love her. I'm always gonna love Eddie. But it's just, what is she doing on the show? Like, what is she adding to the show?
She's with the man.
Who's the man?
With the man. the one that used to have the balls.
Nyla?
Yeah, that thing.
Jesus Christ. Just again, Vicky.
Bitch.
Vicky doesn't need to be on television anymore. That's the point I'm making. Just send her home, let her go home, let her live her life. She's good. She doesn't need to be in wrestling anymore. So, nothing personal, Vicky. Just bye. Lastly, William Regal.
Oh yeah, this William Regal. Keep him.
Yeah, keep William Regal. Let's see what he can do. I mean, we already know what he can do. Let's see what he can do in the future. So that's most of the roster. Everything else is just filler. But that's the show. We went through everything. We covered Raw. We talked about news. We talked about Full Gear. That's this Saturday. And we'll be here to cover it next Wednesday, as well as do Survivor Series predictions. And fucking next Thursday's fucking Thanksgiving. It's crazy to think about.
Next Thursday's Thanksgiving, yeah. So next Wednesday we have the Survivor Series preview and predictions, and yeah, I mean, so yeah, a little bit of the same next week, guys. Predictions. Hopefully there's some news for us to cover as well, and talking about Full Gear. So yeah, we're gonna be very busy these next and coming weeks with these shows. So yeah, we do appreciate you guys checking us out.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Thank you guys. So you guys know where to find me. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm easy to find. Show you can find anywhere. Google Podcasts. I mean, is it called Google Podcasts anymore? Google Podcasts, iTunes. You can find me on YouTube as well. And Spreaker being the home base. And Patreon. It's only $5 a month. I did a show last week with RJ. And yeah, I think that's the only Patreon that went up. And over the week, last week I did 5 shows. It was a busy week for me. I'm currently doing a show with Monty every Saturday morning. Where it's supposed to technically be me, Monty, and RJ. RJ wasn't able to make it on Saturday, so just me and Monty. So look for that show. You can find it on. Just look up Brother Monty. You can find it anywhere. And I did a show with Jeff Lippman. It was a cross between my show and his show Garden of Doom. It was on Sunday, and
Dude,
a special guest dropped by. It was Mish. It was Mish's birthday on Sunday, so he dropped by and we just talked about demons and monsters. I had Jeff do a special homework assignment that we've been working on for I think like 2 months, and it was just Jeff schooling me on demons and monsters. Yeah, Jeff knows his shit. So Garden of Doom, listen to Jeff's show. It's not a wrestling show. It's not an entertainment show. It's basically just him talking about, like, anything you're in. If you're into mythology, if you're into urban legends, if you're into, demons, monsters, angels, Jeff's your guy. Jeff, Garden of Doom is a damn good show. So give it a listen.
All right.
If you like vampires, there's a show about vampires. Listen to it. Garden of Doom. And of course, he has Hammerlock Hangover as well. That's his wrestling show that he does with Steve Pena. And just Maurice, check it out. Just check out all our friends, like Jeff Lippman, of course, Steve Pena from Hammerlock Hangover, Wrestling Soup, of course. Mish is the one that made this shindig happen. He asked me to be on the Wrestling Soup Discord. So all thanks goes to Mish. So Mish, if you're listening, thank you. And of course Joe Numbers from the Soup. Breaking the Apocalypse with our friends John Draper, Shaheen, and Bijou Bryan. False Count Radio with Andrew Carlick. Wrestling Court with Julian and Rob. You have Russellbred with JD. Not that JD. This is a different JD. This is a female JD.
you have to prophesize on that one.
Oh yeah, Jayde. That's a JD. She's cool as fuck. You should listen to her. Of course, our boy RJ. Can't forget our boy RJ, Monty, Ruben Prime. Look for his podcast, Ruben Prime Podcast. He doesn't get, his show is more pop culture centric, and talks a little bit of politics. So if that's your thing, Ruben's got you covered. And if you like horror movies, Justin, I know you like horror movies. There's a podcast called Texas Podcast Massacre.
Okay.
I've got some Texas guys and a girl covering horror movies. So there you go, Justin. Listen to that podcast. It's a pretty good show. I've been on there a few times. So they're good people. And I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. If I'm forgetting anyone, I am so sorry. But thank you to everyone that supports me, that supports the show, that supports Justin. We all love your support. We all love your admiration and downloads that you guys make for the show every week. So from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you. Justin, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where they can find you, and all that shit.
Yeah. Of course, you guys know that I am on Instagram, Spinebuster Tees on Instagram. Great news to bring to you guys tonight. Design is in progress. Started it Sunday with my artist here, and next week it will be live on spinebustertees.com. I will be posting an image of the shirt here. I'm assuming this weekend it'll be done, so be on the lookout Saturday, Sunday. If it is Saturday, I'll post it sometime here, either before or during All Out. I'm sorry, not All Out, but during Full Gear here, so that way you guys can see what's going to be coming up next on SpinebusterTees.com. Again, SpinebusterTees.com. And currently right now we do have our fall sale still going on. We're going to have a Black Friday sale that's going to start this Monday. So from this Monday all the way through Saturday, the following week. So that's going to be from the 21st all the way through the 21st all the way through the 28th. So that's a whole week where I'm going to be doing a Black Friday sale where every shirt on the website is 20% off. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. It's going to be a great. I already got a few people who are already trying to buy some shirts on the website as well. So just let me know. If you're gonna get a shirt and you're from the podcast, just hit me up and I'll post you on the Instagram as well once you do get your shirt as well. So again, you don't have to deal with me sending you the shirt. It comes out of a warehouse. I have a team that works in North Carolina that sends the shirts out automatically to you here. You'll get a tracking number as soon as it does get shipped as well. So spinebustertees.com. If you want to buy some tonight, great. But if you want to wait until Black Friday, the Black Friday sale, by all means, wait until then and get yourself some shirts. Also working on getting more merchandise inside the home as well. So inside my home here, but for the business here that I'm projecting to have in May or June of 2023, have pop figures, action figures, trading cards, wrestling trading cards, which is very, 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 very hot right now. A lot of great cards, great value that does go up into the thousands of dollars. By all means, if you want to start a wrestling card collection, I am your guy. I have a lot of great wrestling cards from the Panini Select, the Panini Prism, the Panini Revolution series as well. I have a lot of great cards that'll be on for sale as well. And also as well, we'll be having posters as well, wrestling posters of former pay-per-view events that I will be having as well, and any other wrestling merchandise as well, including the official Spinebusters tees, t-shirts, merchandise on sale inside the store coming next year, projecting around maybe May or June of next year of 2023. Again, follow me on Instagram, Spinebuster Tees, and follow my story there, and follow what I'm up to there. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
I mean, come on, guys. If you haven't already hopped on my boy's store, what are you waiting for? It's a damn good deal. Also, Black Friday's coming up. Get yourself a shirt. Come on. Don't just sit there. Go to spinebustertees.com and get a fucking shirt. Get a motherfucking shirt. You got a lot of great designs on there. You got the Job of the Year, the Future Endeavor shirt, the Vanilla Midget shirt. You got the Match Types of Pro Wrestling t-shirt, the I Am a Mark t-shirt, right? The Russell Mark t-shirt. Just Enjoy Wrestling. I got it all in there. I got it all in there, guys. Go check it out. All right. With that being said, that concludes the show, and we will see you next week. From myself and Justin, or from Justin, from us to you guys. We will see.
You're Justin now?
I'm Justin. I will be Justin. You'll be Drew.
I'm Drew.
I'm Justin.
Yeah, he's me.
And I want to fuck bitches. I'm playing.
Yeah, you have a big penis.
And I have a big penis. Yes, I win. I win. No,
You have a kiak.
I have a kiak. I have a kiak. But from myself, Drew, and him, Justin, we thank you guys, and we will see you next week. Yeah, but just have fun and be safe and peace.
So.